Hi Gemini, welcome to your love reading for August 2018. This is Elizabeth from channelguidance.com. Okay, so I've already shuffled the decks for you and you did have one jumping card. The card that jumped for you from this deck is the Five of Swords. So to me, the Five of Swords means that you want to be careful. This is, one of those red flag energies. To me, this card usually has to do with decisions. You want to be careful when making a decision. This could be leaving a relationship. If you're watching this video because you're thinking of leaving a relationship, it could be that maybe that's not the best decision. With this energy, sometimes a decision that you make backfires. But again, this is, keep in mind this is a general reading and this is just a jumping card. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it back in there and let's put it over here in the middle, kind of in the middle of the deck, and let's get 9 cards for you. Love reading for the sign of Gemini for August 2018. You have the Two of Wands. Love reading for the sign of Gemini for August. Three of Wands. Love reading for the sign of Gemini. Temperance. Love reading for the sign of Gemini. Nine of Swords. Love reading for the sign of Gemini. Ace of Wands. Love reading for the sign of Gemini. Queen of Pentacles. Love reading for the sign of Gemini. Page of Wands. Love reading for the sign of Gemini. The Tower. And the King of Cups. Okay, what's the most important message that Gemini needs to hear about their love life for August 2018? And you have the Knight of Pentacles. So this card has to do with patience. This means that whatever it is that you're hoping to see in your love life, this message is that this is going to take time. But this is a positive message telling you that even though it may not seem that way to you, you're slowly moving towards your goal, which could be reuniting with a partner or finding a partner or making a relationship work. This card is a message that you're getting to where you need to get, even if you don't see it that way. Okay, so we'll come back to that to see how it ties in with the rest of the reading. Let's focus on the first 3 cards. Now, what's interesting here is that you have the 2 and the 3 of Wands right next to each other. So to me, this is a message that, this is about waiting. I'm just trying to zoom into the cards for you. Okay, there we go. Both of these cards, the 2 and the 3 of Wands, this is the energy like Gemini has been waiting for something. Both of them have to do with waiting. Here, there's going to be a delay, and then here you're waiting, but you're waiting really optimistically because there's going to be a perfect timing for something. And then you also have Temperance, which is mind-boggling because it's a major arcana about being patient. So I feel like for some of you, you're dealing with a relationship where things are taking time to develop. Maybe you've just met somebody and, you feel really excited about the relationship. There's a message for you to be really patient. Your patience will pay off. There is maybe going to be a delay in seeing what you want to see from a certain person. Maybe, you really want to get back together with an ex. Maybe you're really hopeful there. Again, there's just this energy in just these 3 cards that is huge. You're waiting for something, 2 of Wands, but you're not waiting in vain, the 3 of Wands. And then Temperance, a major arcana, is telling you to be patient. Don't do anything extreme. Don't rock the boat. Maybe don't kind of push someone into a decision that you want. This could be pushing someone to reunite with you or pushing someone to pick you. If there's someone choosing between partners. Temperance is just like this message of hands off and just kind of let things happen naturally. But again, with a huge message that you're waiting, whatever you've been waiting for has not been in vain. You will see something come of this. And again, that, with the main energy from the Knight of Pentacles is telling you that, things may take their time, but you're eventually getting exactly what you want. Now, in the second row, you have a person here. This is an earth sign, so this would be Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. This can be male or female, sun, moon, or rising. I am going to look into this energy a little bit more for you. Now, this can even be you, Gemini, if you have a moon or a rising sign in Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. It can be your partner or even the energy that one of you is in. It's either you or your partner. Now, what I see here is, I see that you're very worried about what's going on in your love life. You have the Nine of Swords, which is telling me that you're not just worried. I mean, this is a card of like mental agony. You have a lot of fears when it comes to your love life. You're really worried that something's not going to work out, especially if you've been waiting for a long time. Maybe you've been waiting for someone to notice you. You've been waiting for someone to contact you. You've been waiting for someone to give you some type of sign. This is telling me that there's a lot going on inside of your head, and you're really imagining the worst when it comes to your love life, or you're really imagining the worst when it comes to your partner. However, look what you have right next to it, the Ace of Wands. This is a new beginning. Now, this is not just a new beginning, but it means that you will have a fresh start when it comes to your love life. This is a clean slate. So if you had, something really painful happen in a relationship, maybe you broke up, maybe there was some cheating, maybe there was just something really negative that happened, you're going to be able to put that behind you. And maybe you're worried that you're not going to be able to do that with the Nine of Swords being here. I mean, I just feel like there's a lot of mental distress here. You're agonizing, you're really worried, you're imagining the worst, but there is a new beginning very close to you with the Ace of Wands being here. You're going to be able to erase all those painful things that happen in a relationship, perhaps with someone who is an earth sign. I am going to come back to this to see what other energies are around this person, so to see if you can figure out who this is in your life. Okay, so let's look at the last row here, and you have another person, which is interesting. You have a water sign, which would be Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, male or female, sun, moon, or rising. Again, this can be you if you have a moon or a rising sign in Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, or your partner. Now, the energies around this person, for some of you, there can be very kind of shocking communication. You have the Tower. This is a shock to the system. This can be a very kind of shocking revelation. And I feel like if there is a shocking revelation, it's good, because you have the Page of Wands, which does represent good news. This is something exciting. So some of you may be hearing from an ex that you're hoping to reconnect with. I'm going to do kind of a mini ex spread for you after the spread. We'll look into that. But I mean, with the Tower, this is just, a shocking turn of events in your love life. A shocking turn of events, something that you never imagined. But it is good. It is exciting. And perhaps that's something to do, again, with a water sign. Now, let's go ahead and get 3 more cards, and then I'll come back to the court cards to check the energies around them. What other messages are there for the sign of Gemini for August? You have the 8 of Wands. What other messages are there for the sign of Gemini for August? Interesting. 7 of Wands. So you have the 7 of Wands and the 8 of Wands. And then over here you have the 2 of Wands and the 3 of Wands. What other messages are there for the sign of Gemini for August? Another person. Queen of Wands. Okay. Yeah, there's something really strange going on with the sign of Gemini. You have 3 people in this reading. And I just want to say, seeing 3 people in this reading, I feel like for some of you, you may be going through something. If you're not, you may soon be going through something where you're choosing between more than one person, or you're interested in someone who's already in a relationship, or who's already married, or maybe somebody's interested in you and you're already in a relationship, because there are, quite a few people in this reading. But you also have the 8 of Wands, which is, telling me that, although you're waiting and you're going to have to be patient, when you least expect it, there will be some movement, very exciting movement in your love life. The 8 of Wands does mean that there is some, exciting change, but it will come when you least expect it. The 8 of Wands can also be communication, and remember that you do have the Page of Wands over here. Some type of good news. So for some of you, it could be that somebody had been out of your life for quite some time. Maybe you just, completely just gave up hope on someone, which really does tie in with the first 3 cards. I always feel like the first row, especially the very first card, it's probably the most important thing you need to hear. That and any kind of repeating messages. And I am going to use the confirmation deck for you. This means that there's going to be some type of development in your love life that will take you completely by surprise. It could even be, if it's not that, it could be some type of communication from someone, maybe the last person you ever expected to hear from. You know, you communicate with them. And then you have the Seven of Wands. This is some type of confrontation. This is a confrontational energy. I mean, and seeing it with the Eight of Wands, I mean, I feel like for some of you, I mean, you could be hearing from the, hearing from the last person you ever thought would ever contact you. But, this could be someone from your past who really let you down. And maybe you are kind of deep down excited to hear from them. But there's also maybe a confrontation. Like, why did you make the decisions that you made? Remember, you did have the Five of Swords jump for you at the beginning of the reading. Why did you do what you did? This is just you confronting somebody, or maybe somebody confronting you. This is a really self-confident energy of putting your foot down. But it could also be for those who are already coupled that, if you want to see change in the relationship, you want that spark back, you're really going to have to stand up for yourself. You're going to have to really speak up for yourself. And again, this could be with someone who is a fire sign. Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. Male or female, sun, moon, or rising. But I mean, all this fiery energy, fire, fire, fire. It could just be that, in the month of August, if you want to see some type of movement in your love life, excitement, it's going to have to be because you really speak up. You really seek the changes that you want. Now, I am going to look into very briefly, because I mean, you have more than one person. I think you, out of all the signs, you're the only one that's had 3 court cards. I'm just going to get some quick confirmation around these people to see, like, what energies are around them. Let's look into the Queen of Pentacles first. What does Gemini need to know about this Queen of Pentacles? What does Gemini need to know about this Queen of Pentacles? What does Gemini need to know about this Queen of Pentacles? Wow. So this was this is already here. 2 of Wands, 2 of Wands. You're waiting for this person. I mean, this can even be that, this is someone you're meant to be involved with. Someone who's meant to be in your life. And maybe you already know who it is. Maybe you don't. You're waiting for this person. The 2 of Wands represents delays and waiting. What else does Gemini need to know about this earth sign? Wow, another repeat card, because it's the 7 of Wands, which is right here. You have that from the other deck. So there's a strong message for the sign of Gemini. I'm really glad I checked, the energy around this earth sign. You have a strong energy. These are repeat cards. There's a repeat, there's an energy here of you having to wait for what you want. Be patient. You're going to have to wait, but you're also going to have to really be firm with someone. You're going to really have to stand your ground. This could be someone who's trying to get their way. Again, I see you're very worried with the 9 of Swords. You're very concerned. You're imagining the worst, but you may have to really confront this earth sign as far as what's going on in your relationship. Let's do one more. What other confirmation is there for Gemini about this earth sign? Page of Cups. This is, a heart-to-heart conversation. This is, someone speaking from the heart. And it could be, again, these 3 cards are about this card under here, the Queen of Pentacles. There could be a delay, waiting. You're waiting for this person. You would really have to, kind of confront this person, really speak your mind in order for you to find out what's in their heart. Or you may be telling them what's in your heart. Okay, let's look into briefly the other court card you have down here. You have the King of Cups, someone who is a water sign. Let me just give it a quick shuffle. Show me the energies around this water sign for the sign of Gemini. What does this person mean to them? What does this water sign mean to the sign of Gemini? Okay. What do they mean? Oh, wow, another repeat card. I think Gemini, you're just full of synchronicities this month. You already have this card up here. Temperance from the original deck. So also, I mean, I feel like this could even be the same person. A water sign with a, you know, with maybe a moon or rising sign and an earth sign. Be patient. Don't push things too far. I mean, you are being told to speak up for yourself because the Seven of Wands was, you know, kind of a repeat energy around this person. But you're also being told kind of, you know, maybe be very forgiving, be compassionate. This is about keeping things in balance. What other message is there for the sign of Gemini about this water sign? You keep getting pages, communication. Maybe you need to communicate, you know, with this water sign. This is about the truth. This is about honesty. There's a need to really, you know, be completely honest. Perhaps that's the only way there will be forgiveness, with Temperance being here. One more. What other message is there about this water sign for Gemini? Knight of Wands. Perhaps, I mean, this is about movement. This is about being, you know, really self-confident, wanting your relationship to move forward. This is being, you know, really persistent and determined. But perhaps the only way for you to see movement is for you to be completely honest here with the Page of Swords and be really understanding, patient, forgiving. Okay, so a lot of synchronicities around you. You do have one more. You have the Queen of Wands down here. Let me just give it a quick shuffle. What messages are there for the sign of Gemini about this Queen of Wands? Remember, this can be male or female. What messages are there for Gemini about this Queen of Wands? What message is there for the sign of Gemini? You are just full of synchronicities. The Eight of Wands. You already have that card up here. Everything I pull for you is already here. There's strong messages. Seven of Wands, Eight of Wands, Temperance. Was it Two of Wands? If there is a fire sign you're hoping to reconnect with, again, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, the Eight of Wands is here 2 times to tell you when you least expect it, there could be communication with this person or a positive development. What other message is there for the sign of Gemini about this fire sign? No way. The Seven of Wands again, which is right here. I mean, this is a crystal clear message for you this month. These cards are just repeating themselves over and over. There's a need to confront. I mean, look at this. Seven of Wands, Eight of Wands. Seven of Wands, Eight of Wands. These are 4 repeat cards for you. If you want to see, perhaps the message is, if you want to see, you know, some change and excitement in your love life, you really have to fight for it. You really have to speak your mind, put your foot down. That's the energy of the Seven of Wands, which just keeps coming up for you over and over. Whoa. A water sign. I mean, we just went over the water sign over here. Now you have the King and Queen of Cups. So there's strong water sign energy around you. This could be that you belong with someone who's a water sign. It can even be you, or it can be your partner. Strong energy as far as this little spread I did for you of, if you want to see change and excitement, there's a need to really, you know, be self-confident, really stand your ground, speak your truth. Okay, so that's a lot of repeat energy for you. Like if you're confused about what to do with your love life, you have some strong messages there. Let's go ahead and move on to the confirmation deck. What other messages are there for the sign of Gemini for August? Page of Cups. I think that was one of the messages that came up around one of these court cards. What other messages are there for the sign of Gemini for August? Five of Cups. What other message is there for the sign of Gemini? Five of Pentacles. Okay. What's the most important message that Gemini needs to hear from this deck about their love life for the month of August? Just what you need, another person. But I mean, you already have the Queen over here. So an earth sign is really significant. Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. Male or female, sun, moon, or rising. I just feel, I mean, there's so many people in your reading that I feel like there's probably a lot of people in your life right now. And if there isn't, then there probably is going to be very soon. It could be that you're moving on. It could be that you're just, I mean, you were starting with a huge synchronicity here. 2 of Wands, 3 of Wands. If you're willing to wait, if you're waiting, you're not waiting in vain. Now, what I see here, I mean, I feel like, there could be, a declaration of love, the Page of Wands, the Page of Cups. This could be a message of love, an email, a text message, but it could just be someone speaking from the heart, telling you how they feel. Because, there is unhappiness here. I mean, there's deep unhappiness with the Five of Cups and the Five of Pentacles. The fives are always challenging, and these are, this is painful energy. This tells me that there is suffering that's going on. There's crying. There's someone that's really disappointed in the way things are going in their love life. And someone's feeling really lonely. And you feel like somebody has completely shut you out. It could be that that's what's causing all the anxiety here. Either way, I feel like, some of you are really hurting, or, you're suffering, maybe because you're having to wait. But I feel there will be some outpouring of emotion here with the Page of Cups. I feel like there will be someone reaching out to you. Remember that the main energy was the Knight of Pentacles, telling you this is going to take time. And that's, kind of a repeat message that you've had over and over. With the Two of Wands and the Three of Wands. And then you've had so many repeat messages over here. The Eight of Wands and the Seven of Wands repeated themselves for you. Temperance repeated itself for you. A lot of messages for you. Okay, so let's do a X. Let's focus on X's for this next spread that I'm going to do for you. I'm going to be using this deck. I usually only do the X spread for the sign that has the most views, but I'm only doing kind of a mini one for all the signs, and I even did that for the sign that had the most views. Okay, so let's focus on X's. What does Gemini need to know about their ex? Show me the energies around Gemini and their ex for August 2018. Show me the energies around Gemini and their ex for August 2018. Show me the energies around Gemini and their ex for August 2018. Show me the energies around Gemini and their ex for August 2018. Show me the energies around Gemini and their ex for August 2018. Okay, so I feel like Gemini, you've been waiting, and some of the messages that I see here is that you've been waiting. You've got to be patient. I feel like there's going to be something that happens. There's going to be something that happens in your love life, something very positive that comes out of nowhere. A huge surprise for you. I mean, you saw how that 7 and 8 of Wands kept repeating itself for you no matter what I did. Okay, so let's go ahead and get some cards from this deck, focusing on X's. Show me the energies around Gemini and their ex for August. Another person. Well, this can't be you as an air sign. Show me the energies around Gemini and their ex. Ace of Swords. Show me the energies around Gemini and their ex. Page of Swords. Show me the energies around Gemini and their ex for August. Eight of Swords. This one wants to come out for you. The Hermit. Gemini and their ex for August. Seven of Pentacles. Okay. So, I mean, I see clearly here as far as, I feel like, 6 cards helps me focus a little better as opposed to 9. It kind of narrows down the messages. And, I mean, I feel like this is you. Unless, you have a partner that's a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. I feel like that's you. I feel like, issues of truth are, really important. Remember that the 7 of Wands kept repeating itself for you. This is not the 7 of Wands, but the 7 of Wands is confrontational, speaking your mind. And then you have the Page of Swords, which is about the truth, speaking the truth. There's a need to speak the truth. Not only do you have speaking the truth, this also represents the truth. I feel like the truth will come out. The truth is coming out. I mean, strong message of everything will be out in the open. And it could be, this is maybe why your ex left, or maybe what they were thinking when they left. Something you didn't know. Maybe that's why you kept getting the Eight of Wands and the 9-card spread. But also, I mean, the Ace of Swords, that can represent somebody changing their mind, a change of mind, a change of perspective. Because I do see, let me just show you right here. I feel like, you know, your partner, well, your ex is doing a lot of thinking about you. And I know I just uploaded one of the signs and they had the same message. They had the Hermit, but not this one. You have an even stronger message that your ex is thinking about you. I feel like they're trying to figure things out. I mean, I see that here, I see it here, and I see it here. You know, there's a message here with the Eight of Swords that whatever's going on between you and your ex, it's really difficult, and they may feel really trapped as far as what to do. You had the Nine of Swords, and they have the Eight of Swords. This is kind of, you know, feeling like your hands are tied behind your back. And I feel like in order for you and your ex to get back together, somebody really needs... They need space. That's probably why you had the 2 and 3 of Wands. And I think even the 2 of Wands popped up later on when I was checking the court cards. The Hermit means your ex needs some time to really see the truth. Maybe they don't see a way to get back on track. Maybe that's why the Eight of Swords is here. You have a lot of Swords cards, which means there's something really difficult going on between you and your ex. It's going to take some time to figure out for things to come together. Again, that's why you had the 2 and 3 of Wands. And when your ex is doing a lot of thinking, they're weighing their options, they're trying to figure out what's best. This is, you know, thinking about what they want in the future, thinking about your past together. And I feel like, you know, you will know something you didn't know with these energies here. The Ace of Swords and the Page of Swords. That's a strong energy of the truth. Like the truth will be revealed. Again, maybe why they really left, how they really felt about you, how they feel about you now. I feel like, you know, maybe you're confused about why things went wrong. There will be clarity. The Ace of Swords does represent truth and clarity. So if everything, you know, if you were really confused and you don't know what really happened, I feel like once they really tell you what, you know, what the truth is, you will finally understand maybe why they backed away from you, why things happened the way that they did. I feel like right now they're doing a lot of thinking. I see that right here. But again, there's also this energy of feeling trapped by fear. Maybe they're worried that you're going to fall into the same patterns or the same thing's going to happen all over again. There is fear. And there is a lot of mental energy. I feel like there's a lot of thinking going on about maybe how to figure things out. Do they want to get back together with you? I feel like they're still trying to decide here. But I feel like there will be, you know, a very honest conversation. Like, you know, here's the truth, and you will finally understand, like, why things happened the way that they did. Okay, Gemini, this has been your love reading for August 2018. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will speak to you again next month.